Welcome to the maiden edition of the NXB podcast. I am Kome Obenwe. This is a podcast that is unique for real conversations that are blunt, bare, and bold. And of course, we have people who will be at the center of the conversation. They'll be sharing their experiences, insights, and journeys with us. And I do hope that this is something that produces real impact in your life generally. Without further ado, I have a guest with me who will be joining the conversation. She is currently a 400 level student in her last lab studying mass communication in the University of Benin. She has won a few leadership caps. She was once the Bishop of Christian Union, Ekema campus of the University of Benin. She is currently the Assistant Secretary General of the Christian community on campus. And she's fondly called by me. Join me as I have a conversation with Bishop Tracy. Wow. This
Thank you
is
so
wonderful.
much. Thank you so much.
How do you feel being on the maiden edition of this podcast?
I feel like a star.
Really?
Like I'm the first person you invited. Of course, I'll feel happy now.
Wow, this is I mean, I really want to say thank you for yielding. You know, guys, this was actually impromptu. I called, I said, I want to do this today. I don't want to procrastinate anymore. And she yielded to the call. Really wonderful. So let's begin the conversation. Like I said, it is going to be bold, blunt, and very bare. So, first of all, who is Bishop Tracy? Tell me about you. Let's meet you.
Okay, so I'm Tracy. Don't laugh.
Okay.
Tracy, I may be no more.
Hey!
I knew you were going to do that. Tracy, I may be no more Franklin.
Yeah.
So people usually wonder why I have two English names, because I used my English names because I feel like an English lady. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. And my native name, my middle name, I may be no more.
Okay.
I'm from Edo State, Ishan to be precise.
Wow.
Yeah, both my parents are from Edo State.
Mm.
I was born and raised in Ogun State. I attended my primary school, secondary school, and I wanted a change of environment. So I
Okay.
came to Edo State, my hometown, my
Yeah.
homeland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And studying mass communication currently in the University of Benin. I love reading, I love writing, I love cooking. When
Hey!
there's money to cook.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love having conversations too. Yeah.
Wow. I think that's actually one of the things you put down when you were listed as the FYB
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
You said you love those things.
I love
But let's
conversations.
begin by tell us about your journey as a student in the University of Benin. What made you study mass communication?
I did not pick mass communication. No.
Okay.
I was given.
Mass communication picked you.
Yes. When anyone gives you a course, you say I was given. But when they
Yes.
give you a course you want, that you wanted to study.
Yeah.
So I originally wanted to study law. Not because I really fancied being a lawyer, but
Okay.
because back then in secondary school, everybody was picking law,
Okay.
right? So I just picked law. Plus, my mom was very happy with the idea of a child being a lawyer.
Okay.
So I picked law. But I did not get law, so I got mass communication. And I wanted to reject the admission, but my dad was like, just go ahead, give it a try. Maybe your second year you transfer, and your parents will be
Yes,
ginger,
they
all those stuff.
encourage you.
Yeah, they did. My dad did. So I came to school. My first idea of mass communication
Yes.
was basically newscasters.
Okay.
So they are just going to come out, read news,
Yeah.
go back inside. That was just my idea. But coming to school, I discovered that mass comm was not just that one thing that I had already thought about in my head. So it was vast and it was a very interesting course. So when my dad asked me again 200 level, I told you I was never interested in transferring again.
Wow.
Yes. I wanted to be a mass comm student. I wanted to graduate from the Department of Mass Communication. So I enjoy studying mass communication now because of the knowledge base I have of the course, about how that it offers so many opportunities for people. Beyond mass communication being a professional course that is being studied, it helps you as an individual, your communication skills, your reading skills, a lot of skills you acquire. And as you are going through school, you will not even know that you're acquiring those. It's just unconscious, but you're learning it. Like before now, I can never sit down with somebody and
Really?
discuss with
Hey! You know what? Come and study mass communication. You don't can study medicine if you want to. Okay.
Yeah, well, so mass communication offers a lot of opportunities. I really enjoy studying the course. Plus, university on its own, right? Before coming to school, somebody told me something. He said, the university is a world inside this world.
Okay.
So it's a let's say it's a world on its own. So you are able to venture and able to learn different things. You can either be impacted positively or be impacted negatively. That was the word somebody told me before coming to school. So I was just thinking about it like, wow, university. And I came to school in 100 level and I saw indeed. Well, the first thought that hit me when I came to university was like, oh my God, this will be hard.
Really?
Because yes, it started with clearance, going to
Okay.
Bowo,
Yes,
doing
yes.
a lot of things. So I was like, I'm not up for this kind of life. Oh, I'm a soft girl.
Yeah.
Right? But along the line, actually, thinking about it now in my final year, I think university is actually a world of its own.
Yes.
Right? I came to school with an idea that I'm coming to study a course that I will just be broadcasting news, or maybe I will even end up transferring. But along the line, I discovered that my course was more than it was seen by people, right? I discovered that I knew God in the university, right? I had a plan in my head that when I come to uni, I'll be one of those happening babes, right?
Hey!
I'm not even joking.
How do you mean happening babes?
Like, I was going to go out for parties, I was
Really?
going to enjoy myself. Yes!
Why?
Because in my house, right, I was, what's the word?
You were not allowed
I
to.
was
You were
not
not
really
given the
allowed
liberty
to
to do certain
express
things.
myself
Okay.
freely, right? So the university seemed like the best place to do that.
Whoa.
So I decided that I was going to use my freedom. I was going to maximize this opportunity that I had.
Okay.
Right. And I came, but anyways, as God will have it.
I mean, what made you not to explore?
What made me not to explore was the fact that I attended one service in Christian Union, and the lady was talking about submission, and I don't know what happened, but I just know I thought about my life. Like my life flashed before my eyes, and I was like, okay, let me just try this God and see. Right. And then I decided to take God seriously. And then my journey with God started properly.
Wow. It is really interesting. So what would you say, because so many people now, they want to get into university. What is that thing you would tell someone that is about to get admission into university, coming into university, very excited, there's this euphoria, oh, I want to go into university, what would you tell the person? Would you tell the person, farabale, calm down? What would you tell the person?
I'll tell the person, calm down.
Okay.
Calm down, guy. Life is going to run fast.
Okay.
Right. But many a times we forget to live in the moment and life will just run fast.
Yes.
And if I see somebody coming into the university, what I will just tell them, two things. Two major things. Number one, hold God.
Okay.
Learn God and understand God for yourself.
Okay.
Then two, build yourself and build a network. Because
build yourself and build a network.
Yes, build yourself and build a network.
Why is that important to you?
It's very important to me because I believe that no man is an island, right? He needs people to function properly in an environment. So if you think that I can survive this, I can do this on my own, you collapse, you die. So I think coming to school, being in the university has made me understand that people are essential to growth as a human, for your growth, and even for the growth of the society. Because if I came to school and I ended up in a circle of people that used to go out and venture into things that were not impactful, right? I would have been a menace to the society by now. Because I would just be thinking, there's a way my thinking capacity would be, right? I'll be like, okay, it's just to get money, just to have this guy as my boyfriend. So I would obviously be a menace to the society. I will not be contributing anything useful, anything, right? But when you have people that would encourage your growth, when you have people that would help you to be a responsible person, you would learn from it, you would grow from it, and even the society will be impacted by
So
that.
I think the bottom line of what you're saying is network or your relationship matters when you're in school.
Yeah, it does. It does.
What lessons would you say you've learned in school? What, you're about to, leave school. What lessons are you living with?
I'm living with, do not postpone, do not procrastinate, so you will not have regrets. In 200
Can you say that again?
Do not postpone, do not procrastinate, so you won't have regrets. In 200 level, I remember I was coming into school, right? I used to be very shy.
Yeah.
So in 200 level, we had a course, and it was a course that had to do with radio and TV production. And I was a leader for that group. And because of, I was really scared of being in front of the camera. Because I was a leader, I made sure that I was behind the scene, right? Okay. Every other person was in front, but I relegated backward. And I realized that the more I do that, the more I would not be able to speak to people, the more I would not be able to handle the spotlight that comes with the camera.
Yes.
And even over time in school, serving in different leadership positions, I usually take the back seat because I believe that being behind is just the best. There's no camera that shout. There's nobody that shout like.
Were you afraid of something?
I was afraid of commitment, afraid of handling responsibilities.
Afraid you won't do well?
I will not do well, yes. Okay. I was scared that, okay, if I'm now in front and they ask me something, what would I say? Will I be stuck? What if I go dumb suddenly? Do you get those weird thoughts comes to my mind? But later on in life, you will discover that it's a mindset.
Okay, yeah.
And the earlier you break it, the better it will be for you.
What did mentors do in helping you get out of your shell?
I was pushed. Okay. I was pushed a lot.
Thank God you have someone that pushed you.
Yes, I have a community of people that push me a lot.
Your friends?
My friends, some people from my fellowship, people that have graduated also. Yeah. So I remember in 200 level last semester, when I was supposed to be appointed as the first vice president of Christian Union. And I told them that I was not going to serve. Why? Because being bishop required that you stand in front of the fellowship, you speak to people and teach. I mean, what did I know? I don't know anything. So I told them that I was not going to serve. I was not going to. In fact, I told them that
you rejected the offer.
I did. I told them that if they give me, I'm leaving the fellowship.
Whoa!
I was so serious. And that was. But
they saw something in you, and you didn't see that.
Yes, they did. They saw something. They saw a potential in me, and I did not see that because I was scared. Fear as a way of covering you, covering the person that you are supposed to be. It's something fear does to your mind. It limits you. It helps you to think that this is the only space I can be. This is the only kind of person I can be. But once you're able to break through that barrier of fear, you would see that I can do more than this. I can speak more than this. I can think better than this. I can earn more money than this. Yes. So, but the moment you are, what if, you would stay in your comfort zone and you will not be able to move out. And your comfort zone is the worst zone you can ever be in.
Wow.
Worst zone.
That's really, mentors really have a great place to play in our lives.
Yeah.
They push you out of your shell. They tell you can do certain things. Looking in hindsight, what is that thing that you think you would have done if not for fear, or if not that you are afraid?
I think I would have volunteered more.
Volunteered more?
Yes, okay. I would have engaged myself in different things. I would have joined JCI.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait. What happened to JCI? Why didn't you join JCI?
I was scared.
Whoa.
Because joining JCI, you have to...
they have a standard.
They have a standard, right? You have to do some things. You have to write an exam. You have to speak. A lot of things. I was scared. I would have joined JCI. I would have volunteered more.
Yeah.
I would have engaged myself with other things better that had to do with my course.
Now that you have once been the Bishop of CU, you are currently the Assistant Secretary General of Christian Community on Campus. What has that taught you?
It has taught me courage.
Courage?
Yeah, it has taught me to manage my emotions. It has taught me to manage people.
Okay.
People management. It has taught me project management.
Yes.
It has taught me a lot of things. That taught me relationship. That taught me
Relationship management.
Okay. Yes, that taught me responsibility. Because being a leader, you're not just responsible for yourself. You're responsible for other people. So the moment you realize that these people are not headed in this direction, that I want them, because you have a vision as a leader. So you have to guide people to visualize that thing you're also visualizing. Right? So you have to gear them towards understanding the vision.
Yes.
The moment you fail to help people to see the vision that you are seeing, if they cannot see that vision, they will not do that which you want them to do. One, then you have gotten it wrong as a leader too. So leadership has taught me commitment. It has taught me to understand people. You know, when I was serving as first vice president, I had a fellow executive that was always, I will do what I want to do. There's nothing you can do. I will do what I want to do.
Oh my.
And I had to apply wisdom because one major thing.
Let me poke something. Was that fellow executive your friend?
He was.
He was okay.
Yeah, he's a he.
Okay.
He's a he. Yeah, he was my friend, and we were close before we even started serving together. So it was harder for me because I expected that you're my friend now. You're supposed to understand. We are G's, but no, it did not work that way. And I had to learn to love.
Yeah.
Regardless, I had to learn to understand from his own point of view, not just my own. Because if I'm understanding from my point of view, we will not be able to work together. So leadership has taught me a lot of things. Number one, people management. People are the hardest thing. You can manage money, you can manage resources, you can manage assets, wealth.
Yes.
But people, no.
They have a will of their own.
Yeah,
they have emotions of their own. No, someone can tell you the previous day that I will do this thing, but when he goes to sleep, he wakes up on the wrong side of the bed. He will tell you, I'm not doing this thing again.
You're getting it. It will just change, and you're like, what changed? So just one night.
Just one night.
That's how people are.
And I think some people would also have issue with people that will tell you, I'm not doing this thing, but they won't explain why.
Exactly.
They won't tell you why.
They would not. Then you now have to probe.
Yeah.
Some people, they require that you give them space to process what is happening to them. Then you come back later. While some people, they would not tell you, but they would rather insist that you would have insisted when you had the chance to ask me. If you ask me once, am I fine? I tell you no. Why would you just go like that? You're supposed to have asked me like 5 more times.
Really?
Like that's how some people, particularly for the female gender, right? Because I'm a female, I will speak for my point, right? If you ask me once, are you fine? I'll tell you yes. But I would like that you would probe.
Ask again.
Yes, because then I will know that you're intentional about my welfare, that kind of thing. Yeah. So
wow, it's very interesting. You know, like I said, she has won a couple of leadership caps, and I tell you, she's an amazing person. So let's talk about your last lap in school here. Yeah, about leaving University of Benin. And according to the information I have about you, you want to further with masters.
yeah.
Let's talk about what do you think of you graduating? Are you so excited that you are graduating? Are there any anxieties? Are there anything you're afraid of?
I'm not so excited that I'm graduating.
Okay. You want to be here? You want to?
No. It's not like I want to be here.
Yes.
Right? But many a times I have the fear of I'm going out. Like I'm going, because I used to view the world as, my God, this wide place. So I'm going out. I'm stepping out of this safe space that I've created for myself. And I'm going out of my safe space. What would happen to me when I go out? So I'm scared of not being able to understand how it is out there, right? Because I'm in school. I have a set of schedule that keeps me. So I wake up, I'm going to classes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I know my time is already set for every activity. But I'm going outside, oh, nobody will beg me to go to work.
Hey!
Yes, no, nobody will beg you to go to work. If you don't go to work, you will they will sack you.
They'll sack you.
Right?
And even if you are, now that you're not going to work, there's someone who is probably saying, hello,
Yes,
Tracy,
how are
have you eaten
you?
today? How are you? Then nobody would ask you any question. Hey!
It's not that people will not ask you, but
Yes.
the questions will reduce because you're now an adult.
Yes.
It's not like you're not an adult now, but they expect that you are responsible enough to be responsible for your life.
Yes.
So there's not going to be that checking in as usual anymore because everybody expects that, oh, that's you're an adult now, you're outside in the world, you should know what to do. Like nobody will come and pamper you.
Yes.
HOD will say, you don't know what people are missing, you people are doing now. It's when people go outside there, you will
Of
see.
course.
Nobody will send you
Wow.
money again.
Oh
But
my
that's
God.
it, Sha.
So how certain are you about what is to come? Okay, or maybe what are the things that sponsors your fear? Is it the job? I'm not gonna get job that fast, or I don't even know what to do after. Are you really sure about what you want to do after school?
I'm sure about what I want to do. Like I have a plan in my head
Yes.
for what I want to do
Yes.
after
Why
school.
why then are you anxious?
I'm anxious because I have a plan, right? But many a times, the way we have rehearsed something in our head doesn't really work out as planned.
Okay.
Okay, I plan to do this, I plan to do this, I plan to do this after school. What if this does not work out? What if I do end up, because I plan to change location
Okay.
after school. Okay, what if this location is not the best place to be in? What if food items are more expensive there? As silly as that sounds,
Yes.
that's a fear. That's
It's not
something
silly. Who
that
told you it's silly?
no. Some people used to think of why are you thinking that far? But honestly, come to think about it.
Yeah.
What if this happens? What if this does not happen? Right?
And do you think you would have those doubts if the resources were there?
If the resources were there, I think I would, but they would just be reduced.
I do not think I would have any doubts if resources are actually there.
I will still have those doubts, right? Because it's a new environment. You are going into. We have not lifed before. We're lifing. Everybody's lifing for the first time. Nobody has experienced life fully.
Yeah.
Even an 80-year-old man is still experiencing life.
Yes,
right?
and that's his first time.
Yes, that's his first time. Even forget about this past life that Korean people used to talk about and all of this.
Yeah.
Everybody's lifing for the first time. What I have rehearsed in my head is not all the time what life gives to you, right? Some people would say you would work out life to your own advantage. So if I have planned this in my head, what is the probability? What is the assurance that when I go out, what I have planned in my head will come out?
Given the environment we are in,
especially our economy, especially our country, a lot of things you just think of. If you sit with elderly people now, right, and you ask them the manner in which they would talk, you'll be scared.
you'll be scared for yourself.
You'll be scared for yourself because you're thinking, okay, this is expensive now. You can almost see that our nation is going in this direction.
Yeah.
So this year now, they would graduate over, I cannot even estimate in my head.
Yes.
But we have 37 states. 37 states will graduate students. Then studying my course, mass communication. Then private universities too will graduate students. Then state universities. So what is the assurance that when I leave school, I will get a job in a TV firm, or I'll get a job in a publishing firm, or I'll get a job in a radio station? What is the assurance that when I leave school, somebody is landing me a job in a radio station? There's no assurance like that, though.
So what do you think? Do you think that if you were to advise someone who is just entering university, you think the person should have the mentality of, at the end of the day, working with his or certificate, or think about a business to do after school?
I think if I'm going to advise somebody, I'm going to tell the person, Number one, build skills.
Okay.
Our world is evolving digitally now. There are a lot of
Yes.
digital skills you can learn online now.
Mm-hmm.
Build your skill bank.
Okay.
Buy courses. Don't only be buying food and bag.
Yay! Especially for the
Buy
ladies.
courses. Buy
Especially for the
courses.
ladies.
Especially for the ladies. Buy courses. Learn.
And I think for the guys, don't just stop at buying things for your girlfriend.
Thank you. Don't just stop at buying things for your girlfriend. Learn.
You meant to
There
say.
are a lot of digital skills you can learn now. Social media management, virtual assistants. There is video editing and production. There's UI UX.
Yes.
There's a lot of things. So buy courses, learn, build. Then have basic skills like communication, writing. Basic skills. These are basic skills that human beings normally need on day-to-day activity, right? Learn basic skills. Build your skill
Social
bank.
skills too.
Yeah.
You may have the
Social
skills. I
sorry.
think you may have the skills and you're not able to even reach out to people.
Yeah,
Social skills is very important
That's
too.
another very, very important thing too. Then also have a handwork.
Okay.
Skill.
With the skill.
Even with the skill.
Okay.
Learn to do
This
things.
is two-factor authentication.
You might not use them.
Okay.
You might not monetize these skills,
Yes.
like hairdressing, like barbing. But you might use them later on. You can have a family and make your daughter's hair. You don't need to go out, spend money outside. You can learn liquid soap. I learned liquid soap production last.
So you don't buy soap anymore.
I will not go and buy soap. I'll make it by myself because I discovered that the cost of buying soap itself is something. So this is something that we have to learn. Then also, don't have the mindset that, except if you are going to major in business, don't have the mindset that I'm never going to use my certificate at all. If an opportunity presents itself and you have the certificate and have the skill for it, go for it.
Because I think some persons, they feel, I'm not going to use the certificates, and they won't do well.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, what they plan to do may not work well. And you're now left with the certificates, and you didn't do well.
If there's an opening for you, you will go. So some people come into school and like, I'm just coming here I was having a conversation with somebody a few days ago. I'm just coming here for my certificate, or is my daddy that just forced me? If not, I'm not in this school. And I'm like, even if
where would she have been? Doing what?
I don't know. But what is worth doing is worth doing well.
Yeah.
As humans, right? We should learn to be excellent in whatever we're doing. So if you are coming to school and you believe your mindset is, I'm just coming here for the certificate, then I'm going to still do well. Don't be let me know what I say something that people will not be talking anyhow. Well, be excellent.
Given that leaving school is inevitable, it's something you would have to do at the end of the day. In hindsight, how would you have prepared for leaving school? What's that difference you would make in preparation for leaving school?
I would have acquired much knowledge on finances, on what to expect from people generally. I would have learned to better manage finances. I would have learned to better know how to make investments, learn about the stock market, learn about human beings, psychological nature of a human. I'll have learned about a whole lot of things. There's a whole lot of things to learn from, to learn about too. I would have built myself better. I would have volunteered more in other humanitarian services. I would have learned other skills, not just one digital skill, learned other skills. I would have spoken to more people because when you speak to people, you would not repeat the same mistakes they did, right? So I would have spoken to more people.
Can you say that again? When you speak to, especially people that are more knowledgeable than you are,
you will not repeat the same mistakes they did. So I would have spoken to more people. What is it about leaving school? What did you plan, and what did you expect, and what later played out for you when you left school? Then get knowledge, learn from their mistakes, and try not to repeat the same mistakes they did. Then I would have engaged my course better.
Really?
Yes.
Learn more.
I would have learned more about my course, not practically, not theoretically, but practically. I would have gone for more events. I would have applied to write in publications. I would have applied to host events because my skill is now is evolving.
Yeah.
It's more digital now.
Yes.
If you cannot communicate as a human being, you cannot. No human being can live in this life without communicating.
Yeah.
And with the advent of social media and digital technologies, communication is evolving. They have changed the syllabus for this new set
Yes.
of
Yes.
students now. You see that they are involving skit making, all those things, because the world is evolving. So I would have engaged my course better. I would have been more practical about my course. When I went for internship in a newspaper firm, I realized that theory is not the same thing as practical. I can be taught how to write an headline. I can be taught what it is, what it means to be an editor. I can be taught how to write a lead. But if I don't practicalize it, I will not be good at it.
You know what? I want you to give me, because this next question I'm about to ask, some people may misconstrue your response. I had a discussion with you sometime, and you said that if you knew better, you would have given some time to other things other than church. So I want you to give me a balanced, maybe try and give me a balanced response on what you would do differently now. You said that I think you were living a triangular life from school to church,
From
then
church
from
to
church
house.
to house. What would you do differently, and what is that advice you want to give to someone who is just coming into the system, or someone who is in 300 level who still has ample time to make corrections?
It's not that I will not do church, right? I would know God, I would go to church, but I would give more attention to building myself.
Okay, the church not build you.
The church built, I told you now that my
Okay.
serving in different leadership positions in the church, I acquired some skills from service. But I believe that I would have ventured out. What I mean by venturing out is that I would have met the world. Believers, we have one mentality, one idea that it is church, 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 church. And we fail to realize that we don't go into the earth, we don't go into the world to impact those people, because it's the same circle, right? We'll come to church, impact the people that are already impacted in church, then we'll go outside, impact. But scripture says that we are the salt of the earth. If salt is in a container, it will be too salty. If it is mixed with food, you would enjoy salt, right? So believers have a mediocre mindset. Some believers have a mediocre mindset of it's being just church, 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 church. We are too salty in ourselves. What we're supposed to do is that we are supposed to go outside and allow the salt to mix with other things so that we would end up impacting the earth. And that's why when Jesus was speaking, he said, "Ye are the salt of the earth, not the salt of the church, not the salt in the container." Right? So I believe that I would have engaged God. Yes. I'm grateful now for the knowledge of God that I have. I'm grateful now that I met God. Right? But even God would have wanted me to engage
Do you
my
think
cause.
all you needed, you could have only found it in church? Because I think what you're saying is, you wouldn't have done only just church. You would have joined other association, joined
Yeah.
other organization or team of people who are doing something great.
Yes.
So do you think, because people who are believers think that, I think all I need to know, all I need to get, especially in school, is in church. Do you think that someone who is a Muslim can give you value?
Yes.
Someone who is not even churchy, who is not appearing as a believer, can offer value to you. I mean, real value, not contaminate whatever,
You have, yeah. I think so. And I think it's where many believers have gone wrong. I think that as humans, naturally, we are supposed to be beings of value. That means we are supposed to impact value to ourselves. Then along the line, as we have, because some people have mixed the they have mixed religion with church, with the idea of who God is, right? You can be a believer and can still get value from an unbeliever. You can be a believer and still get value from somebody that does not know Christ, right? It is essential for us to note that as believers, the moment you believe that I'm a believer, I can only get value from other believers, then what you are doing is that you are anchoring on pride.
Okay.
You're allowing yourself to believe that I am superior to other people, and that's not how it's supposed to be, right? You can get value from even people that do not know Christ.
So have you had any experience where your belief hindered you from getting value from someone who is not a believer?
Yes, I've had.
Can you share one with us?
Okay, so in my 200 level, was it 200? No, in my 300 level. Okay, let me share this experience. It was during my IT. I went for IT, right? And we had this man. He came to us and he told us that he doesn't believe in religion, he doesn't believe in church, he doesn't believe in Jesus, doesn't believe in any, he doesn't believe in Allah, he doesn't believe in anything.
Really, he's
just
a pagan.
He's just a pagan. That nobody should pray or anything in the environment where we're doing our IT. And because of that, I had an idea of the man in my head. So my other classmates that did their IT, they were working for him because he had the foundation outside of, because I did my IT at Observer, it's a newspaper firm, right? So outside of Observer, he had the foundation, and he needed people to work for him. He will not pay them.
Volunteer.
He just volunteer for his foundation. And because of what he said that day, and I said, no.
Was the foundation against God?
No, his foundation, in fact, his foundation was geared towards taking care of children, nurturing children, giving to schools, giving to children, and also, I think, raising funds for children that cannot attend school, do not have parents that can sponsor their education. And because of that, I lost out on real value. Because through that process, I would have gained experience, enough experience. They did content creation, they did Vox. There was a lot of things they did. Meaning that even as they were people that actually volunteered, people that went out of their own space to actually tell this man that I actually want to volunteer in your foundation, coupled with learning how to write an article and all, they learned content creation, they learned video editing and production, they learned a lot of things that added to their skill bank, right? And I lost out on such value, such experience, just because it's a terrible thing. I don't want to find myself in
Do you think that, because I want it to be, targeted towards students, do you think some students who are believers, my friend said I shouldn't say this, is it over depend, just, they feel God will do everything for me. They are not reading well because, if I pray, and God will favor me, my lecturers, we pray these prayers, let my lecturer favor me, even if I did not write well. So what do you think about that? Do you think that what do you say to that?
I think that I will usually tell people, if you're a believer and you pray only and don't read your Bible, you fail.
Okay.
I don't read your book, sir, you fail. You will fail, and you will fail miserably. Like, you fail badly. You fail so well.
Yes.
And we have an idea of God is a magician. God can work it out for me. Forgetting that God has given us the grace to do excellently well, because God is an excellent God.
And God's word even says that, seest thou a man diligent. It didn't say, seest thou a Christian.
It says,
seest thou a spirit coco. Seest thou someone that is praying. A man, any man that can be diligent in his business will not stand before men.
He will stand before kings. That's what scripture says. And if you look at the creation story, the Bible records that. And when God created everything, he saw that it was good. He saw that it was good. It means that there was something God was looking for. And God was like, I will not settle for below good.
Okay.
Right? I have to settle for something that is good.
Yeah.
Very good. Right? And we believers, we have And it is sponsored by a mediocre mindset. We believe that God can just handle everything for me. God can just handle everything for me. God can just handle everything for me. God has his part to play. You have your part to play. You will come to school, you will read your books, you write your exams, and you will do well. You will not just pour everything out that, okay, God, I'm going to write my exams today. Please remember me. Remind me of everything that I've read. What did you read? You know, it's all God remind you of. So
angels, it surrounds me like a shield.
exactly. Angel, I fall in alignment with the angel of my destiny. The angel,
Angel,
you will fail because angel of book will not even be there
you'll
to
not be
remind
there.
you because you've not read anything, you don't understand anything. And our God is not like that. Our God is a God of excellence. He desires that his children are
I think
excellent.
our God is also a God of principle.
Yes, our God is also a God of principle. He has his values. He is a just judge. He works by systems. So you cannot just expect. If you look, and that brings me to the point of what I was saying before. Believers don't venture out. They just believe that if I'm here, I'm okay. It's my safe zone. I was reading about Ibukun Awosika yesterday.
Awosika, yeah.
Yes, she was the chairman of First Bank. One of them.
Yeah.
She had a very, 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 not a very low background, but she did not grow up with the advantage as some of us grew up.
Yes.
With, right? Her parents traveled while she was young. She stayed with her grandmother. She fought to reach the level that she is now.
Despite being a Christian.
Despite being a believer. Despite holding on to her firm beliefs as a Christian, right? But this woman, if you hear her speak, you will know that she's a principled person. She worked to get to where she is right now. So if she had relied on, okay, I have a father in heaven, God, you said though, so I believe. There has to be a working. There has to be a working.
Faith without works
is dead.
is dead.
Exactly. So many a times we miss out that fact, and God doesn't want children that would just bank on him for everything. He desires that you work out.
I don't want, you know what? I don't want it to sound, I don't know, because people they would surely watch this, and I don't want people to misconstrue what you are saying. God wants us, the scripture says that cast all your cares on him.
For he cares.
Everything, cast it on him. But like you said, God has a responsibility. We also have a responsibility. But because I need to let you go now, let me ask you about this question. What do you think about relationship? What was your experience, keeping relationship in school? You know the kind of relationship I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Hey! Did anybody say, sister, can I get your number? Can I see you? I want to see you. You can even be in church. Sister, bishop, sir, or I want to see you. I want to tell you something. So share with us your experience.
Okay. I think that, so I don't know what I might say now will offend some people, right? But I don't think it's a bad idea to be in a relationship while you are in school.
Okay.
But you just have to look at yourself.
Okay.
One, how mature are you to be in a relationship?
Okay.
Do you have the capacity to commit to somebody at that stage of your life? Are you ready to go through the process of being in a relationship? Are you emotionally stable? It's not that your partner will not call you for days. You will not be crying and not read your book.
I think there's some people like that. You say, he didn't call me, I'll not be, hey, you will fail.
You will fail. But my experience while I was in school.
I would like to hear.
Yes, I was asked out at a point.
Can you share with us the scenario? How did that go? You are Bishop Tracy. When were you asked out?
In my 300 level.
300? When you were bishop?
Yeah.
The person was not afraid.
I just finished serving as bishop.
The person was not afraid.
How would the person be afraid?
The person did not know that you were a bishop.
The person knew I served as.
Yeah, you served as a bishop.
Yeah.
Hey! And he had the boldness to come. Okay, share with us the scenario. Hey, I'm here. I'm actually hearing this for the first time, so I want to hear.
Okay, so after serving as bishop, I was asked out. So how it happened was this guy called because we were friends, or
Okay.
we are still friends. We're friends. So he called me, and
Is the person studying in this school?
he's studying in this school now.
Studied.
He's studying.
Studying.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Don't unveil the name. All right.
I will not unveil it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he called me out. Then we went somewhere. Then he asked me,
Okay.
and me, I know my kind of person.
Yeah.
And I know what I can handle and what I cannot handle.
Okay.
Because I believe that we as humans know what we can handle and know what we cannot handle at a point in our lives.
Yeah.
And I knew that at that particular period, I could not be in any form of relationship. Because I still had, immediately I handed over as first vice president. I had to take over as the assistant secretary general.
Okay.
So I still had a responsibility. I still had school plus my self.
Okay, to deal with.
I could not deal with it, and I could not even handle it at such a point.
And you want to add someone to.
And I want to now. It is not even possible because I was not still emotionally stable at that particular period.
Or were you attracted to him?
I was not. Let's even start from there.
Okay.
I was never attracted to him.
So when he came, you're like,
No, now,
Abba.
No, I did not do that.
Okay.
He's a fine man.
So did you give your response immediately or after?
I gave my response immediately.
You didn't go to consult with a mentor, someone?
No. He kept on pestering. Okay. So when he kept on pestering, I went to consult somebody. And even after speaking with the person, I still discovered that, it was not your time. It was not your time.
But throughout your journey, wasn't there anybody that you felt? Because actually, you would be helping people. Some people do not know. Some people are having certain desires. And if I'm the only one having this desire. But when other people share that, I'm also having this issue too, they'll feel relaxed that I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
So, did you see anybody in school here that you felt, it's a good guy?
I did.
Hey!
Of course now. I did.
What informed that? Like, I mean, what happened to you? Were you beginning to see the need of having someone? Were you pressured? Maybe my friend already has someone.
No, I was not pressured. I did not feel the need. I just saw his kind of person and his character, and I was like, "This guy is."
You saw the vision.
No, I don't see any vision. I just said,
Holy
"This
Spirit
guy is
did
a
not
good
talk to you.
No. I don't hear anything from God, though.
Okay.
I don't hear anything from God. I just, with my human eye, with my carnal eye, I was like, wow, such a good man.
Why didn't you clock it?
Clock waiting.
Wow.
I was not ready to clock it. And if you are having such desire, if you are in a state where you like somebody right now, but how will I put it? You like somebody right now and it's bubbling in your heart as excitement.
Did it bubble in your heart?
Not to.
It didn't bubble.
No.
I
think it's because sometimes I'm very clear-headed and very logical about some things. So if I get into a relationship with this guy right now, like in the next 1 week, if you get into a relationship, this and this and this and this will happen. So let me just stay away from it, right? Because but my gender is more emotional in nature. Okay. The females are prone, or have always been said, and I have seen, right, that we are more emotional in nature. So we tend to act first out of our emotions. While for the male gender is quite logical. They think first. There are very few men that move with their emotions first and they move with their brain. Men first move with their logic, with the sense of logic that they have. If we do this and do this and this will go wrong. But women move with emotions first. So if a responsible man is coming to meet you and tell you that I really like you and I would like to be in a relationship with you, it means that he has thought about the pros and the cons of being in a relationship with you. And for the female, we want to sometimes jump into it because you're like, oh, this boy is actually very fine and all of that. But check yourself. Check. Are you ready to commit to a relationship? Do you think that you are ready to come? Because let's not even go into relationship. It's another matter on its own, right? Are you ready to commit to being
maybe
in a
what
relationship?
influenced you not giving yourself to relationship are the kind of people you surrounded yourself with? I think the people you surround yourself with, they are not interested in relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are not someone that when they asked, no, Jesus, I'm Jesus baby. So you are Jesus baby all through.
I was and I'm still Jesus baby. I'm still Jesus baby. Yes, plus I think that's also a very important factor. That's also because if you surround yourself with people that I don't really see it as a big deal till I leave. I have a friend. Ew. She usually says that relationship, no. Why is that every time we come, we're always talking about men? No, leave them out of the equation. Do you get? So when you are with somebody like that, somehow, the person begins to rub off on you. So at some point, you be thinking of what's actually. But being in a relationship is not bad. In fact, love is sweet. Love is good.
Do you admire those who are in relationship?
Yes, so godly relationships.
In school here.
Yes, in school
you admire them.
I do.
The thing does you somehow.
It doesn't do me anyhow. I just admire them.
No, sometimes when they come with their stories, you're like, oh
yes,
I wish.
Aww.
Do you? I mean, doesn't. It's really, oh my God, very interesting. Relationship, but like you said, there's nothing wrong being in a relationship, and I really love your ideology regarding that. You don't castigate those like, what's she doing in a relationship? I do not castigate them that, oh, they're in relationship. Oh my God. Assistant Secretary General of the Christian community on campus.
Almost like that.
Yes, you're currently, I mean, you're doing great. You're a comely person. You're approachable. You're down to earth. You're not someone that bugas. Yeah.
How do you know somebody that bugas?
I've had conversation with you now. I've had conversation even with the current VC of CCC. They are not proud people. There are some persons, the moment they assume position, you can't talk to them again. They were your friends before, but the moment they assume position, you can't talk to them again. Sometimes I do think that even your friends may have not respected you enough, even as the Assistant Secretary General, but you don't take it to heart. Even myself, Bishop, I don't know you, and you don't take those things to heart. Wow, it's really nice. Wow, it's been really wonderful, conversing with the Assistant Secretary General of the CCC. Like I said, she was once the Bishop of CU in Ekema Campus, University of Benin. She's a humanitarian. She's a comely person, approachable, down to earth, and she has shared a lot of insight with us, experience, and our journeys throughout, our stay in the school here. Just your last word to someone who's entering university. What would you say?
I will still tell you, calm down. If you enter school, you would see that if I had calmed down and I've enjoyed myself now, maybe I would not have so much thinking to do, right? Calm down. And when you come to the university, live in the moment. Enjoy the university. Do well as a student. And do not be based. Don't allow your mind to be inhabited by just school. Venture out of school.
Think out of the box.
Think of how to make money. Please.
Ego. I clock that one.
Think of how to make money. Yes. Read books that helps your financial life. Read on how to save even as a student. Read on how to manage money. Oh, school will take your money.
Develop good habits.
School will take your money. So you have to learn how to manage money, how to save. You have to learn a skill. Please, I beg, Bikono, learn a skill.
Yeah.
Learn a skill. Learn a skill. If you cannot learn a an handwork or a handwork, learn a digital skill. The world is evolving digitally. Learn a digital skill. Have something. So when they call you, you have something to show for it. I learned this. I can do this well. And beyond just learning it, practice it. Make sure that you are good and excellent. So that when they call you, Tracy, can you do this? Yes, I can.
Okay, you have listened to Bishop Tracy, and like I said, it's been an insightful conversation with her. Please, I want to humbly ask that you like and subscribe to the channel, like this video, watch it, share it with someone who is in school already and who's about to enter school, and I believe it's going to impact your life. Thank you for watching.